One camera setting can completely change the look of your photos. This is aperture. Aperture controls how much light enters your lens. Think of it like the pupil in your eye. The wider it opens, the more light comes in. But aperture doesn't just affect brightness. It also changes your background blur and how much of your image stays in focus. For example, this shot was taken at f1.8. Notice how blurry the background is? That's called a shallow depth of field. Now this shot was taken at f8. Notice how much more of the image is sharp and in focus? That's why portrait photographers usually shoot at lower apertures like f1.8 or f2.8. But for group photos, you'll probably want a higher aperture like f5.6 or f8, so everybody stays sharp. And here's how it connects to the exposure triangle. A lower aperture lets in more light, which means you might not need to raise your ISO as much in darker environments. So aperture affects your brightness, your background blur, and your sharpness. That's why it's one of the most important settings to learn as a photographer. Follow for more photography tips. Until next time, catch you on the next one. Peace.